From the Gospel of St. John. Peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled, and do not be afraid. Amen. Please be seated. We all yearn for peace and quiet at least some of the time. We live in a noisy, intrusive world to the point that moments of silence may feel terrifying. Even when we are relaxing, there's a good chance that the phone will ring. A sales pitch for something we don't need, or the doorbell ring with the Amazon delivery driver, or the computer ping. Even if we decide to get away from everything, getting there can be stressful. When we hear that Jesus appeared to his disciples after the resurrection and said, "Peace be with you," we wonder whether he was being sarcastic. The disciples are in the upper room, huddled for fear. Fear denotes an absence of peace. The disciples feared their new title, that of apostle, feared their mission to go out into the world and tell about Jesus, and feared the outside world that seemed ready to pounce and destroy them, as it seems to have done to Jesus. On one level, Jesus saying peace was utterly normal. Just as we say hi or hey, depending on our tribe, or how are you, greetings that have become so habitual they are blurted out before we think. In Israel then and now, the habitual greeting was shalom, peace. It was expected. The response, "Peace be with you also," was the polite reply. Jesus says hello to his fearful, bemused friends as he says hello to us, just as we share the peace during the Eucharist each Sunday. Too often, at the Eucharist, we use the greeting to engage in hurried conversations that have nothing to do with peace at all. Want to join us for lunch after church? How about the Astros? What's up with the AC? Meanwhile, the priest tries to shake as many hands as possible, hopes no one is offended if their hands aren't shaken, and worries that this noisy interlude won't interrupt the rhythm of the liturgy. Yet, when we emulate Jesus as we exchange the peace, we remember what he was saying to the disciples in that upper room. Well, what was he saying? Jesus was saying that his presence is peace. A peace, as St. Paul puts it, that is beyond our understanding. Far more potent than an absence of noise or a feeling of well-being. Jesus says peace. And we are reminded how costly his gift of peace is and how extraordinary in its depth. Because Jesus has died, has risen, has ascended, we are offered a share in the results of those costly actions. Baptism reminds us that we have died with Jesus, have risen with him, have ascended with him, and now live in his company, in the company of the church, fed by word and sacrament. Secondly, the peace Jesus gives us means that nothing can separate us from the love of God except our own unwillingness to accept the gift, live in the gift, and share the gift. Accepting a gift is a moment of self-emptying, of acceptance and gratitude. For a moment, we are beholden, vulnerable, dependent as we receive that which we lack. Receiving a gift can strike our pride, can be uncomfortable. Living in the gift demands an active gratitude. It also means that we value that which we have been given, we feel it necessary to show it off. And that leads to sharing the gift. The gift of the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, is to be received as a trust to share with others. Thus, when we exchange the peace today, we say to those we greet, here is the most wonderful gift, the gift of accepting Jesus into our lives and sharing that communion with each other and out into the world. All the orders Jesus gave to the apostles are about that peace. Go, tell about me. Go, baptize. Do this in remembrance. Love one another. In short, hearing and accepting Jesus' hello forms us and renews us. It is that peace for which we yearn and which we are given. The apostles went out into a hostile world. Many of them were martyred. But through it all, they were upheld and sustained by the peace Jesus gave them. Today, he offers that same peace to us. Amen.